EBMS Program Reflection by Colleen Stack Lynch. In the words of the Grateful Dead, what a long, strange trip it's been. Nearly 1 year ago, I set out to obtain my master's degree, a long-held goal of mine. Would I be able to achieve it? Would I be able to keep up with classes, my demanding job at ESPN, and my family commitments? All of it was a huge unknown. However, now as I cross the finish line, I can reflect on how the entire program has helped me to think differently and potentially set my course for new opportunities. Media literacy was basically the foundation from which we set our course. The class helped us utilize the technology at our fingertips on our Macs. Making my first self-captured video, ever, was a unique and terrifying experience. Posting it on YouTube was doubly scary. I am not someone who puts every moment of my life out there for people to see, so it was a leap of faith to try this. Within all of that, I was still trying to get back into the habit of writing in APA style. As a PR person, I haven't been near APA style in ages, so it was a crash course in getting back into the educational mindset. As I looked back at the papers written for that class and the videos I made, I am proud that I took on the challenge to stretch outside of my comfort zone. How to define your leadership qualities and hone your skill set was extremely valuable during the Leadership Studies course. Throughout my career, I have tried to incorporate best practices from various leaders I have worked with, from Pro Football Hall of Fame coach Marv Levy to ESPN CTO Chuck Pagano and others in between. But with that, I have also tried to identify those traits that are not positive in the workplace and to try and avoid them when managing my team. This course offered a great opportunity to dig in and learn more about myself and my management style. How to turn your leadership skills into action was the focus of project and team management. This class was very applicable to the skill set I use every day at work. I manage a team to produce communications for ESPN technology. That often means we are working with other business units within the division to create content. Working with them to stay on task and on deadline is at times challenging. I think this class offered some great tips and tools to help anyone manage project timelines, event planning, and more. In addition, the conflict resolution scenarios were relevant and useful as the class goes forward with their own companies. Any class that lets you create and imagine is a good class, and business storytelling and brand development was that class. This was where we were able to really start structuring what our businesses would look and feel like. The course was challenging as it made you put structure around a business idea that maybe you had toyed with for several years. By really vetting out the structure, the target market, the SWOT analysis, and more, I was able to start seeing that what I thought was an intangible goal was definitely within reach. It defined who I wanted to be as a CEO, what my company, Playmakers Communications, was all about, and how I would deliver to my audience. I work in PR, and for most of us in this field, a calculator and simple math is about all we can handle. We are not financial analysts. This course loomed over me for months, and now, in January, here it was, waiting for me after winter break. This course was difficult. It was time-consuming. It was very valuable. The financial structure provided by this class was useful, not only as an overview to help provide a 3-year financial roadmap, but also in formulating the financial data included in my final business plan. It was probably the most challenging class I participated in at Full Sail, but I consider it a huge accomplishment. Having escaped finance with my GPA intact, it was time to take on negotiation and deal making. This class offered practical scenarios and the ability to research how deals are made at the highest levels. Working through the BATNA process was a great tool that I can use moving forward. It is definitely something that I keep in my manager's toolkit, whether in my current position or should I open up my own firm. The class also served as a good reminder to check my emotions at the door when negotiating. It is easy to let them overwhelm your decision making. Emotional intelligence is key when representing yourself and your company. Sports management and operations was a course I had circled from the beginning. Having worked in the industry for a long time, I was very excited to learn more about the industry and how my PR firm could have a role in it. The projects in this class were right in my wheelhouse and allowed me to connect with peers inside ESPN for research, as well as explore opportunities to use social media to its fullest in my business plan. Legal issues in sports. Let's face it, there are plenty. From the PED scandal in baseball to the Aaron Hernandez murder case in the NFL, legal issues could be a year-long class itself. The class let us explore not only issues within the sports world, but also helped us to formulate the legal planning necessary to launch our own businesses. This was another crucial building block for the formulation of the final business plan. While it gives a brief snapshot of the legalities facing a business owner, It also sets you up to speak intelligently when working with an attorney for additional business needs. Having worked in the marketing department for the Buffalo Bills many years ago, I was eager to get back into partnership proposal development, as it is not something I do in my current job. I really enjoyed working through the various steps necessary to build a good, solid marketing plan, including spending time researching elements with my ESPNW colleagues. Their information was critical so that I could build a plausible scenario proposal that would include ESPNW's Women's Summit and a sponsored Lululemon Athletica. This class was informative and let me use my creativity. Complicated yet necessary. Digital marketing was engaging as well as demanding. The time spent researching elements that would fit the business plan was enormous, but it ultimately paid off when trying to formulate a solid, cost-effective digital marketing strategy for a startup PR firm. The feedback was really good, and it is something I can take and implement right away without having to do additional legwork. While it was time-consuming during that course, it will now pay off by saving myself and my classmates time when we move forward with our plans and launch our companies. Business plan development should be called "You Are Going to Write a Lot." This class packed the most work into the shortest time period. However, it set you up perfectly for the final class. It was critical to work through the proper business plan presentation and to put your ideas together into one final document. I think it was great to have a resource to help provide constructive feedback so that we can literally walk out the door next week and pitch our ideas to an investor or lending institution. The months of work led to this one class. Now what? The final project class takes all of your building blocks and stacks them neatly into a final business plan that you can take and use immediately. Having one more set of eyes verify that you are on the right track, that your financials are in order, and that you have a viable company is reassuring. The lectures provide extra information that is valuable, whether you're just starting out or a grizzled vet like myself. We came, we saw, we conquered. Now, Bill, how would you like to invest in a PR startup firm focused on female athletes, the ages between